Hey there, stampers and crafters. Tammy Williams here, independent Stamp It Up demonstrator with TammyLovesStampin.com, and we're going to make an Easter card today using the Playing in the Rain stamp set and this cute little bunny right here. So let's get started. First thing I use is some Granny Apple Green cardstock, and this is just your typical card that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's going to be our card base. And then I've got a piece of cardstock to go on the inside that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we're just going to use that as our inside piece for our greeting. And then I've got a piece of Azure Afternoon, which I love this color, so pretty. And this measures 5 by 3 3/4. And then I've got a piece of Designer Series paper that measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So that's going to go over the top of my Azure Afternoon, and then that's going to go on top of the card base itself, and then we're going to wrap a little ribbon around it. So let's attach that while we're here. And let's see, where's my glue? So we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. And center that so that there's an equal border on all sides. Like that. And then we're going to put some lemon lolly ribbon around it. This lemon lolly ribbon comes in a 3-pack. You get Bubble Bath Lemon Lolly, and the third one I believe is Azure Afternoon. I'm not positive. So anyway, we're going to wrap that around here and tie a little bow if I can get my fingers to work. Yeah, Easter's only a week away. I can't believe it. My husband is going to be driving down here to Tucson from Minnesota to pick me up so that I can head back home. I've spent the whole winter here in Tucson, and we bought a place down here in a 55 and older community, and so since I can work from home and he can't, I got to spend my winter down here. So he's going to drive down and help me close the place up for the summer, and then we'll drive back to Minnesota, and then I'll be back in my studio back in Minnesota. So there we've got our little ribbon, and now we can attach this to the card base. So first of all, let me make sure I've got the ribbon where I want it first. So this piece here that I cut out of Lemon Lolly as well, I used the corner side, what are they called? Countryside Corners dies. Yeah, Countryside Corner dies. And these are the greatest dies because they're nested dies, so you can cut all different sizes and nest them. So I used this one, I believe. Yeah, the third one from the center. And I die cut that out, and that's where our little rabbit's going to go, our little Easter bunny. And so let's see. I think I need to scoot my ribbon over just a little bit more. Kind of wiggle it around here so we have more room for this piece. There we go, that looks better. Alright, so now let's add some glue to the back. Actually, you know, I think I might pop it up with dimensionals. No, I'm going to glue it. Alright. So take that, and center that on our card base of Granny Apple Green. Aren't these great spring colors? I love these colors, especially the Granny Apple Green and the Lemon Lolly. Well, I like the Azure Afternoon too. They're all beautiful colors. That's what I like about Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up's colors coordinate so well together. Alright, so that's how we're looking so far. Now we've got, we're going to wait on this piece and we're going to stamp our little rabbit. So I got just a little piece of Whisper White, and here's my little rabbit. I'm going to stamp him in Memento Black, and then we're going to color him with some Stampin' Blends. So let's ink him up real good. How's that look? All right. And then, you know what? While we've got this ink out, I think we're going to do one more thing. We're going to stamp our flowers. I want these little flowers. These also come in this Playing in the Rain stamp set. See these little flowers right here? So I think we're going to stamp those just along the bottom of our die cut piece of Lemon Lolly. So let's keep that Memento ink out for a minute more and ink up these little flowers. And I don't have anything to go underneath me. I'll just use this piece here. I don't want to get any ink on my table. So just go like that. Perfect. All right. And then we're going to color. So I've got some light balmy blue Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to use the flare tip rather than the more chiseled tip, and just color his jacket. So you just kind of follow along the outline, and you just have a very light touch. You don't have to press down hard at all. I've seen some posts on Facebook of people saying that their tips will fray. I've never had that happen to me, but I think if you just use just a real light touch in just the very tip, and just kind of turn it on its side a little bit, that it will put your color down just nicely. So there is that. And then I've got another Stampin' Blend that's called Light Gray Granite. So we're going to use that to color our rabbit. I'm going to use the flare tip on that one as well. And you want to make sure when you're not using these that your cover is tightly capped so that you don't dry out your ink. So I'm going to just leave a little bit in the center because I'm going to color the center of his ears with pink. So we're just going to leave some white space there, and then go around, and I'm also going to color his nose pink, so we don't want to do that yet either. So we'll leave that uninked for now. You can just go around the outer edge of his ear here. And again, I'm just using a very light touch, that just the tip is just barely touching my cardstock. And we'll do his hands, or his paws, I guess they would be. And then we'll do his feet. This reminds me of Thumper. Remember Thumper in the movie Bambi? So cute. All right. Oh, I didn't leave a space for his cheeks. We want to give him some rosy cheeks too. Oh, that's okay. It'll probably work. All right, so the next, I don't have a Stampin' Blends in pink, so I'm going to use a Stampin' Write marker instead. And the same thing, they've got two ends on this, the pointy end and the flare tip end. So I think I'm gonna use the flare tip, yeah, to do his ears. And this is Bubble Bath, I believe. Yeah, Bubble Bath, which is one of the newest colors to the color collection of Stampin' Up. They did a color refresh last April, and they added a bunch of new colors, and this is one of them. I just love it. And we'll do his nose. And then we're going to give him a little bit of pink on his cheeks. Isn't that cute? Oh, what a sweet little bunny. All right. So we're done coloring that. And the next thing is to die cut it out. So this Playing in the Rain stamp set comes with a set of dies that will cut out the bunny, and it'll cut out some clouds and a bridge. This is really cool. I like this bridge. And it'll cut out a kite, die cut, and this is for the kite as well. And then it also has these little bows that are for the tail of the kite, but we're going to use it to give the bunny a bow tie. So we'll show you that in a minute. It's got this little grass die, which I love. Another cloud here, I think this is, or no, I think this is for the puddle, to cut out the puddle of water. This is to cut out the flowers that we stamped. Then it's got a butterfly, two butterflies that it'll cut out. And then this is the little fox with the umbrella. It'll cut that out. And it has an umbrella die. And then this is the turtle. Oh, he's so cute too. This little turtle, it cuts him out perfectly as well. The little turtle holding a flower. So yeah, these are all the fun dies that you can get with the Playing in the Rain. I believe they're also called Playing in the Rain. Yep, Playing in the Rain dies. And usually you can get these as a bundle, and when you buy them as a bundle, the dies and the stamp set together, you save 10% rather than buying the stamp set and the dies individually. So the next thing we would do then is take our little die, and I got a piece of washi tape on here, and we just would center that over the bunny and tape it down with our washi tape. And the nice thing about washi tape is it doesn't stick to your paper when after you run it through the die cut and embossing machine. It'll peel right off and it won't rip your paper. So then we would die cut this piece out, and because I don't have my die cut machine where I'm sitting at the moment, I've already cut one out. So here we have it, and I've already added the little bow tie. See this cute little bow tie? So you would just glue that on right there, and then you've got it. So we're going to pop him up on this piece here that I cut with the Countryside Corner dies. But first I want to color my flowers. So I brought some Granny Apple Green, light Granny Apple Green. When you buy your Stampin' Blends, you get a light and a dark of the whatever color you order. So this is the light Granny Apple Green. But what's nice about it too is if you go over it, you let it dry, you ink it, use it, color it, let it dry, and then color over it a second time, it gets darker every time you color over it. So we're going to just do the leaves here. Color those. And I'm using the fine tip for that because it's a smaller area. There. And then I want to make my flowers another color, so I'm going to use a Stampin' Right marker for Berry Burst, because Berry Burst coordinates with the cardstock as well. the designer series paper that I'm using has some berry burst in it. So I'm going to make these flowers berry burst, and I'm going to use the fine tip rather than the flare tip for this as well, because it's a very, very small area here. So just color in all these petals. And then after this, we can attach our bunny. Yeah. Probably should have done this ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me. And then for the inside of our card, I'm going to use another stamp set called, what is it called? Heartfelt Hellos. And this is nice because it's got a Mother's Day greeting on it, it's got a Father's Day greeting on it, it's got a enjoy your day, a hello, love you more, and it's got an Easter greeting, thinking of you this Easter. So those 6 stamps come in the Heartfelt Hellos stamp set, which is a cling stamp set versus photopolymer. I prefer photopolymer, but sometimes they only come in the cling. The one thing about the cling stamps though is you got to make sure you clean them once you're done using them, and Stampin' Up! Has some Stampin' Up! Mist that is perfect for cleaning your stamps, along with the Stampin' Scrub pad. There, so our flowers are done, and so we're going to attach this. Well, I think I'm going to have to pop this up too because of that ribbon. So let's put some dimensionals on the back of that. And one in each corner and one in the middle. And then while we're at it, we might as well put one on our bunny here. Okay, so peel the backing off. These Stampin' Dimensionals are the bomb. I just love them. They so easy to use, and they just give such a nice little change to your cards. So rather than everything being glued on flat, it just gives it that added dimension. All right, so we're going to put that right here in the center. Oh, crooked. I am so famous for putting on stuff crooked. All right, let's straighten that out a bit. That's better. And now we're going to peel the backing off these for the bunny. And put him right there. Isn't he cute? Oh my gosh, adorable. What do you think? Isn't he great? I would never have thought to use this stamp set for Easter, but I saw another card made by Catherine that she actually made a box, and this was how she decorated her box. But yeah, what's nice about the die too is when you stamp it, it also stamps a puddle under his feet, but the die cuts that right around his feet so you don't get the puddle. So that's what's nice about the die. But if you want the puddle, you just wouldn't die cut it, and you just could color your puddle as well. So now let's do the inside. We've got our white cardstock here, and let me stamp that. I don't think I brought another clear block, so I'll have to take this off here and put that on there. And then I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green ink. Now, if you've never opened these ink pads before, they're a little tricky, but here there's a little lip, and so you just pull up on this lip like that, and then there's little grooves on either side, so you just slide it back on those grooves. You just kind of push it so it slides along those grooves until it looks like that. So, and then to close it, again, you find that little groove and you just kind of grab the end of it and slide it back out and then flip it over and close it. So that's the trick too. And they're really tight sometimes, so you really have to put some muscle behind it. All right, so we've got our Granny Apple Green ink. We've got our Thinking of You This Easter stamp, and we're going to ink it up real good. It doesn't look like it got ink on it, but I think it does. All right, and then we'll press down and then pull straight up. Now it's a little bit light on this end, so I'm going to do it again. And that's what's nice about the cardstock that Stampin' Up! Sells, is it's so thick that the ink does not bleed through. So I can flip it over, and I've got a do-over. So here we go, down. Straight up. Oh, that's much better. All right, so let's put some glue on that. And we're going to center that so there's an equal border around all the sides. And there you have it. Let me close this ink back up before I make a mess. There we go. What do you think? Isn't he adorable? I just think he's the cutest little bunny ever. So there's my Easter card for you. Thinking of you this Easter. Thanks for watching. This is Tammy with TammyLovesStamping.com. Make sure you go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. I send a weekly newsletter to everyone that talks about all the Stampin' Up! News, like what's going on with the new catalog, with if there's any sales going on, if there's any events going on, and also I let you know about any new tutorials that I might have out on my page, on my Stampin' Up! Page, and my website, or any new YouTube tutorials or YouTube videos that I might have out there. So yeah, I hope you sign up for my newsletter and follow me on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram. This is Tammy with TammyLovesStamping.com. God bless.